Hey guys, how are we doing? I tore that bike apart, and I figured I'd make a little clip kind of showing you where I am and what's going on with it. It looks nothing like it did. It's down to its bare bones pieces. Kind of give you an idea what we are working with. That's what we got for the frame. It's all sandblasted and cleaned up, all welded up, and then the welds all ground down. Did some extra webbing underneath here to help support the motor plate, kind of keep it from, you know, when the motor wants to torque, that wants to keep it flat. So this, keeping with the theme of using junk, is some golf clubs that somebody was throwing out. I just cut up the rods and welded them in, and looks like there's a VW theme going there, isn't there? So that's where the frame is. It's looking pretty good. Probably should have put it on a stand before I started filming. How about I go way back? Can you see it? Can you? Alright. That's what the frame looks like. A couple of things I would have done differently, and I wouldn't have welded the tabs to it. I would have let them float over the frame and for the gas tank, but I did, so be it. A couple of little things too, but you don't know until you make one, right? What else we got going? We got the gas tank getting sealed, and the instructions on this stuff were to wash the fuel tank out very well, especially if it was a tank that had old fuel in it, and they recommended using Marine Clean, like an etch, you know, like a little bit of acid probably to it. 1-to-1 ratio on that. Probably put I don't know, 4 cups total in the tank, and swashed it around and let it sit in there for about a half an hour. Every couple of minutes, just kind of swashing it around a little bit. So that's all done, and then it said to wash the fuel tank out really well with warm water. I did that, and then it said that the stuff will never stick to a tank that's wet, and you will never get the tank dry just letting it sit by itself. So to hit it with a hairdryer, etc., heat gun, and to dry the tank out. Well, I did one better. I went into the house, and wife was sitting on her computer, and turned the stove on to 350, shoved her in the stove for about a half an hour, and walked away. You know, you got a redneck wife, and you can walk into the kitchen with a gas tank, put it in the stove, and turn it on and walk away, and she doesn't even say anything. That's trust. So made a little bit of mess out here. The frame would not fit in the sandblast cabinet, so I had old Black Beauty that was already used in the sandblast, so we just reused. What a mess it did, huh? Good thing I shut the door. We just reused that for doing the frame outside. And then all the other pieces were done in a sandblast cabinet. And we have, both rims are done. The rear section for the frame is welded up and sandblasted. Kickstand rather. The shifter, this is the guard, chain guard. And the tin for the motor, and the motor itself is all sandblasted. I did pick some colors, and I went to high-end stuff. I went to Tractor Supply, went all out, and got 3 cans of paint, well, 2 cans of paint and a can of primer, and a can of activator, kind of move it up a little faster. And of course the one color that I picked to do the main part of the bike, I forgot to get. So maybe that's divine intervention. It's telling me to change the color, or I'm not sure. So I guess I haven't picked a color yet because I haven't bought it. So anyway, that's where we are. It's just kind of showing you in the bits and pieces. Next is to start taking some, probably gonna use like that fine putty. This is my high-end body shop over here. Somewhere over here I have like that cream. There it is. We'll go with like a glazing. Probably just put it right on my fingers. Just kind of run it all over all the welds, clean the welds up here and there, like kind of stuff that you see there. Let's run them all over my finger just to make them look a little bit more purty. And then got sandable primer. We'll shoot the whole thing and kind of wet sand it a little bit, clean up the frame one shot. It's all pretty much the same texture from the sandblasting, so I'm not making it. I kind of want to make it look like something that was painted a long time ago. I mean, it's not gonna be lacquer, it's oil base, but you know, no metallics, none of that kind of stuff, just straight colors. And I won't tell you what I got yet. We'll kind of let that be a little bit of suspense what it's going to turn into. A little bit of suspense for me too. But we're getting along pretty good with it. If you guys ever used the roll lock, you know, the little locking quick change cartridges, I forget what these are called. You guys are going, you're probably yelling at me right now what it is. But if you get the flapper discs for them, they work that nuts for doing little welds, getting in and out of places and kind of smoothing things over. Love it. They last pretty long too. I pretty much did that whole frame with that guy. Yeah, not the whole frame. All right, made a little exaggeration. But all right, guys, I'll quit my yapping. I'll figure. Just want to give you a little show of where it is before I get too far. Went yard selling yesterday and today. We didn't find that much. Found a couple things. Heat gun. Found this old pulley. I like it just because of the look of the how the spokes are. And what I'm thinking is I want to start making some scrap art stuff, and I want to make like a couple of bikes. I'm thinking that would be like a pisser, front fender, and wheel combo for it. What do you think? We run a little piece of like fat fuel line around it, kind of clip together. You can actually have rubber on the tire too. Anyway, that's for another day. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and catch you on the next episode. Hopefully we'll have some paint on it. Bye-bye.